Diving through a door is painful and disruptive, but it saves my life. I fired the first shot into the leftmost neck before he could even think to shoot. The other fired while I thumbed the hammer, but he missed due to the aforementioned dive. I took him in the chest, and then hit the ground as the first fell off the roof and the other fell backwards with a shocked expression on his face. My bandolier dug into my chest. It was an incredible shot, but hitting 2 lethal hits in midair was definitely the highlight of my career, as it were. I didn't have time to celebrate, as the rest of the posse began to round the corner. The lead, some young kid, probably around 18 years old, looked almost surprised to see me. He turned and opened his mouth to yell, presumably something like, "Over here!" but he never got the chance, as my third shot took him through the side of the head. My body rose as his hit the ground, and I was already sprinting towards the neighboring alleyway when the rest of them got a bead on me. I didn't bother firing back, as I couldn't sprint and aim at the same time, and I didn't have enough bullets to bother with suppressive fire. I almost made it to the alleyway unharmed. A bullet took me in the back, and then from the feeling of it, bounced off a rib and straight out the side. The adrenaline dumped in my response to it, but if not my pain. Funny how that worked. Sometimes you could feel it like a hot knife. Others you didn't feel it or even notice it until the shooting was all done. I noticed it this time. I made it to the alleyway mostly intact, scanned my surroundings, and quickly began to replace the 3 spent bullets. The Peacemaker is the pet term for the Colt Single Action Army, which was a side loader. They can take a bit to reload, but most gunfights either last moments or involved solid cover to hide behind, so it didn't usually matter. I had just finished reloading when a man with a shotgun turned the corner into the alleyway. He didn't get to raise it before getting shot in the chest, and I yanked it out of his dying hands as I flew past him. It was a sawed-off double barrel, which was perfect for my usage. I stashed it in my empty shoulder holster under my coat. I slowed down before I exited the alleyway and glanced around both roads. The road was blocked by carriages and a lot of men with various expressions, some fear, expectation, pity, and more. It was mostly greed, though. Some looked hardened bandoleros and well-worn belts. Others looked like they had picked up their father's shotgun on the way out the door. I reckon that might just be the case. The streets were empty besides a posse of gunmen. Some horses were tied up, some carriages were parked, and some eyes pierced fearfully or curiously out of several windows. The streets were the yellow of the desert, stained a multitude of colors by extended human visitations.